Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Worth Cruisers Car Club, we welcome you. Thank you so very much for joining us on this special evening. And at this time, I would like to call on Mars Myers, post 991, to present colors.
Color yards. Halt. Left. Face. Order. Arm. Cut. Out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in our national anthem, and we would respectfully ask all the veterans or active service personnel, if you want to come up by us, we would be honored. If you stay in place, we would ask all the veterans, hand salute if you will.
Color guard. Present. Color.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Dawn. At this time, I'd like you to meet a special lady. She's very near and very dear to us. In fact, she's very, very supportive of this car club. Our mayor, Mary Warner.
All right, Mayor.
Before I start my speech, I'd like to invite all of you to say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Order arm.
I am grateful and honored to be a part of this 9/11 memorial service being hosted by the Worth Cruisers Car Club. I joined together today with the Mars Meyer American Legion Post Color Guard and all of our local first responders to remember not only the 2,076 individuals who were killed on September 11th, 2001, but the thousands of related deaths that continue to this day. Unfortunately, the death and destruction of that fateful day was not the end of the carnage, but only the beginning. The number of New York City Fire Department members who have died from 9/11 related illnesses in the decades since the attack actually now surpasses the number who died that day. On the day that the towers were struck, 343 Fire Department New York members died. Currently, at least an additional 377 members of the fire department have died from fatal 9/11 related illnesses. On the day of the attack, a total of 72 law enforcement officers died. Since then, at least 229 have died from related illnesses. The first responders, as well as the residents and the workers near the World Trade Center, were exposed to a hazardous mixture of asbestos, lead, jet fuel, and several other chemicals. In 2025, the estimate for the total number of illness-related deaths to 9/11 will reach 7,000. And of course, while we are remembering the events of 9/11, we cannot forget that the United States went to war with Afghanistan and Iraq as part of our global war on terror. The human cost of these events currently stands at 7,085 killed in action and 53,533 wounded service members. I am encouraged by groups such as the Worth Cruisers Car Club, who truly understand the importance of not only the remembrance, but the education of future generations, and the call to emulate the compassion and unity that was experienced in the days following the attacks by performing acts of service and kindness, which they do in our community annually. Thank you, Worth Cruisers Car Club.
Color guard. Stand up. Presenting. Color guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present members of the Chicago Guard of Pipes and Drums, my brothers and sisters. We are a police band. We do many funerals and different events around the Chicagoland area. We're honored to be here. We'd like to play Amazing Grace at this time.
Very good.
I'm done.
Right foot march. Pipers, pipes down. Thank you so much. Go inside, eat, drink. Mike, you know the routine. Before you go, step over by my car for 1 second, please. Okay. Come on out here, guys. Come on. And ladies.
We're shy.
As Brad Urban just said, they're shy. Okay, John, hold yours.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to present a $400 check to Mars Myers, Post 991, Color Guard. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you
It's
very
been a
much.
real pleasure.
It's
Thank you.
always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And ladies. And ladies. We're done. Color guard dismissed.
Let's have a nice big round of applause for the Mars Myers Post 991 Color Guard. You guys are fantastic. Ladies, fantastic. Thank you.